And now for our next news special report.
Got some breaking news, Patriots. A supposed bombshell video of Roger Stone has the mainstream media in a frenzy. But here's the kicker. We've got the real scoop that they are desperate to bury. While MSNBC claims they've caught Stone red-handed, our exclusive footage from Oak Brook tells a very different story. From election integrity to the spiritual battle for America's soul, Stone is laying it all out. Plus, his challenge to every American will shake you to your core, so you can't afford to miss this explosive report. Folks, before we dive in, let's talk about something crucial. Just like how the media is twisting Stone's words, they're also twisting the truth about our economy. Gold's hit $2,400 an ounce in 2024, but it's not because gold's getting pricey, it's because our dollar is getting weaker. It's like the media spin, same content, less value. Smart folks are protecting themselves, just like we need to protect the truth. Call America's top conservative precious metals dealer, Global Gold Investments, at the number on the screen, 888-700-4148. Mention Next News for VIP treatment and get their free 2024 Insure Your Money Guide. That's 888-700-4148. Now let's expose this media circus. The left's pathetic attempt to mimic James O'Keefe has backfired spectacularly. Lauren Windsor, a liberal journalist, tried to catch Roger Stone in a gotcha moment at Mar-a-Lago. But what did she actually get? Stone promoting legal ways to fight Democrat election meddling. Real shocking stuff, right? See for yourself.
I know you tell that. Unlike some other people. I'm going to send this to Joe Biden. He could be our post.
That's it.
Do you mind taking a photo with me, Mr. Stone?
Sure.
You're in a position to know more than anybody else. How are you feeling about the election?
Too early to say.
Biden can't win again.
No, but it can be stolen again.
We're in a whole. But there's got to be something we can do to prevent that.
We're working on this, but I'm not saying that I'm totally confident yet, because I'm not. By the way, in 2020, only 65% of evangelical Christians bothered to vote. So when you tell people, "Oh, we're doing great," then this happens. I don't have to worry about voting. That's our biggest. Overconfidence is one of our giant problems right now among our own people.
But so, what are we going to do to stop it now? Thank you.
I'll tell you the same thing I told her. We're working on it.
Well,
lawyers, judges, technology.
Governors?
Some, but there aren't many letting go.
We got to use every lever we can.
We are doing that. All right.
You're doing the Lord's work.
Thank you.
I genuinely think we're pleasure to meet you.
Such an important election here.
Yes, but between now and then, we're going to work very hard and very smart to try to make sure that doesn't happen. And so far, given the incredible power they have and they will use ruthlessly, we're beating them as of today. So in the end, the president's trial in Georgia's falling apart. I think the judges are on the verge of dismissing the charges against him in Florida. They're delayed in New York City, and they're now delayed in Washington. So it's not clear that they can have a trial before the election, which is the absolute key to being able to convince people that the reason we lost was because of the trial. Right now, if they steal it, people say, well, that's not possible. Trump is leading in all the polls. They want to try him, suck up his money, suck up his time, and create a reason why their death is plausible, believable. You see?
Yeah, what stops them from just like voting on? Like,
They in some states it'll be easier to stop them, in other places it won't. But at least this time, when they do it, you have a lawyer and a judge whose home phone number standing by so you can stop him. We made no preparations last time. None.
Well, I was at the Capitol, so I'm prepared to go back.
Well, that may not be necessary. There are technical and legal steps that we have to take to try to have a more honest election. We're not there yet, but there are things that can be done. It's a long conversation. I'm working with changes in state law, real-time voter monitoring, going to court as we just did to challenge some of the voter lists. The election's not tomorrow. We went into court to sue in Michigan over the handling of ballots, which we sued in half a dozen places. And they really profoundly now on an offensive footing. Remember, the Republican National Committee raised $200 million and they didn't spend any of it to try to get cleaner elections or look at what happened last time. We now finally have control of that mechanism. Don't be discouraged.
The RNC is going to spend more money now than ours.
Far more.
Do you want to get a picture?
I'll be there.
Can I get a picture?
Sure.
That's it. That's their smoking gun. Stone warning about overconfidence and discussing legal strategies, the horror. Stone even shut down attempts to bait him into endorsing another January 6th style event. He said there are technical legal steps that we have to take to try to have a more honest election. How dare he advocate for legal measures? But facts don't matter to the left. They're spinning this faster than a turbine in a wind farm. Scott Dworkin, the co-founder of the Democrat Coalition, breathlessly tweeted, he said, Trump ally Roger Stone caught on undercover video talking about a plan to win the election, relying on judges and courts. Oh, the scandal. Using the legal system? What's next? Following the Constitution? Rolling Stone magazine even joined in on the hysteria. Yes, look at that headline. Lawyers, judges, technology, Roger Stone touts plan for Trump to win in secret recording. These are the same folks who cry about the so-called insurrection on January 6th, but now they're upset that Republicans want to rely on judges and courts. Make it make sense, folks. Stone, being the absolute legend that he is, mocked this manufactured outrage. OMG, I was busted in a secret video saying the Republicans should do everything legally and technically to ensure that the 2024 elections are free, fair, and transparent. The horror. But MSNBC couldn't resist jumping on this nothing burger. They ran with the headline, brand new audio captures Roger Stone bragging about how Team Trump will contest 2024 election result. Yeah, Stone's response, pure gold. Strange dish, MSNBC headline seems to have no relation whatsoever to what I actually said. But MSNBC's Nicole Wallace wasn't done. She breathlessly reported this.
I'll tell you the same thing I told her. We're working on it.
Well,
Lawyers, judges, technology.
governors,
Some, but there aren't many with any guns.
we got to use every lever we can.
We are doing that.
Hi again, everyone. It's 5 o'clock in the East. Lawyers, judges, technology. Those are three words that encapsulate just how Donald Trump and his team plan to steal the next presidential election, in their own words. The man you heard on tape in his own words is Trump ally and pardoned criminal Roger Stone. He was speaking at a Catholic event in March at Mar-a-Lago, where Roger Stone was the keynote speaker. He made those comments thinking he was talking to a fan when he was actually speaking to progressive activist Lauren Windsor. She's the same woman who obtained recordings of Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito that we played on this program last week. The recordings of Stone are just as alarming, if not more so, because he speaks about direct actions in the works, plans that have been drawn up on the part of Trump and his allies. The plan they have to contest the next election results based on the false claim of voter fraud.
And then, if this circus couldn't get any more ridiculous, Lauren Windsor herself appeared on Wallace's show, implying Stone had judges' home phone numbers based on what? What would they be doing with it? Threatening? That's what they're implying. Watch.
Thanks for having me, Nicole. So this wasn't the first conversation that I had with Roger Stone. I spoke with him last summer at an event for Florida teenage Republicans. The goal of talking to him was really to understand what was afoot with the 2024 election. And so the initial question I'd asked him was, how are you going to keep Democrats from stealing the election again? What he told me last summer was, we have a plan, it's legal, it's technical, the RNC should have done it last time. So because in that particular circumstance, I couldn't really have an extended conversation with him, I wanted to see if I could get more information on that. So Allie and I went to Mar-a-Lago in March to this Catholics for Catholics event and tried to get more information on this plan from him. So that's really the genesis of this tape.
Is it hard to get into an event like that at Mar-a-Lago?
Well, we bought tickets and we walked in. They checked our names when we came in the door. So you have to pay the fee. I forget exactly how much money that particular event costs. I believe it was $500.
Tell me about this, what you heard when he talked about having judges' home phone numbers.
Well, so that was in a conversation with Allie, but when I heard the audio from that conversation, it was definitely alarming because, to me, Roger Stone, pretty much embraces his reputation as a dirty trickster, the Dapper Don of dirty deeds, right? Mm-hmm. So when he says that he's innocent in this, it's innocent preparation for 2024, should we take him at his word? He's the Dapper Don of dirty deeds. He's a convicted felon. He's discussed assassinating members of Congress, which he's currently under investigation for, or I should say has been under investigation for. I don't know the status of that investigation. So it was alarming to me to hear that he might have phone numbers of judges, and it really led me to wonder, who is he reaching out to? Is he reaching out to judges about ballot integrity, voter fraud? Is he reaching out to judges who are connected to any of the cases against Donald Trump? I don't know, and I just think that they are questions worth asking.
Yeah, I mean, the last piece of tape we played is Roger Stone's view on the success of the delay strategy. How did you hear that?
Well, it was clear to me because the first thing that he went to when he said, we're beating them right now, Allie says, how so? He's not saying we're beating them, we're beating Democrats in the polls, we're beating them in voter registrations, we're beating them in any number of voter outreach metrics. He goes directly to the status of all the cases. So that to me said that the courts really are a focal point to their strategy to win. In neither conversation with me nor Allie did he say anything about positive voter outreach and organizing.
This, folks, is what passes for journalism these days. A nothing burger turned into a 5-course meal of fear-mongering and baseless accusations. They're not after the truth. They're after ratings and pushing their agenda. But let me tell you what real reporting looks like. Just this Monday, I was at the Drake Hotel in Oak Brook, Illinois, where Roger Stone spoke. Let me tell you, what he said there puts all this media hysteria into perspective. Take a look at this.
Donald Trump is the only thing that stands between us and complete chaos. The only thing that stands between us and the total destruction of the country. So can we win? Yes. The answer is we can win. Will we win? Yes, we will win. And there are a lot of pieces to this. Election integrity is a crucial element. So yes, we will win, but it's going to take something a little extra. It's going to take divine intervention. And that's why I really believe that what we face today is more than just a political fight. It's a spiritual battle. It's very definitely a spiritual battle. See, the Democratic Party of Harry Truman and John F. Kennedy and Richard Daley That Democratic Party is dead. It's gone. It's been hijacked by a bunch of Marxist, progressive lunatics who want to take our children and change their gender. This is indeed a spiritual battle. But our biggest problem is not the left-wing Democrats, not really. Our bigged problem are the gutless, feckless, weak-kneed, lily-livered, cowardly, white wine swilling, country club establishment Republicans who have neither the balls nor the guts to fight for America. So, you know how I feel. Now I want to know how you feel. Are you ready to stand up with me and fight for this country? Are each one of you ready to go out and find 10 people who aren't registered or aren't planning to vote and make sure they vote the ticket? You know, as some of you may know, I got my start in politics under Richard Nixon. He was my mentor. I have a tattoo of Nixon's head on my back. It's true. The truth is, it's not in any way a political statement. You see, the story of Richard Nixon is a story of persistence. It's a story of resilience. It's a story of never giving up. It's an American story. It reminds me of what he said, that the greatness comes not when things go always good for you, but when you take some knocks, you suffer some defeats, some setbacks, when sadness comes. That is when the greatness comes. He also said a man is not finished when he's defeated. He's only finished when he quits. This is what I love about Donald Trump. This is why I want him back in the White House, because when it comes to his love for this country, and it comes for his determination to restore the country to greatness, Donald Trump will never, ever give up, and neither will I. God bless you.
Stone laid it out plain and simple. Donald Trump is the only thing that stands between us and complete chaos, the only thing that stands between us and total destruction of the country. He's not talking about some shadowy conspiracy. He's talking about election integrity, about standing up for our values. Stone said that election integrity is a crucial element, but he didn't stop there. He called this fight what it is, a spiritual battle against those who've hijacked the Democrat Party. And he didn't mince words about the establishment Republicans either, calling them out for their lack of courage. This is the kind of straight talk the media won't show you. They'd rather spin tales about secret phone numbers than show you Stone rallying patriots to action, urging each person to find 10 other people to vote. And remember, Stone is no newcomer to political fights. He shared his connection to Nixon not as a political statement, but as a testament to American resilience. As Stone put it, quoting Nixon, "A man is not finished when he's defeated. He's only finished when he quits." That's the Roger Stone the media doesn't want you to see. A fighter who believes in America's greatness and Trump's determination to restore it. This is the truth that they are trying to bury under their manufactured outrage. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. My final thought is next. Patriots, while MSNBC spins fairy tales, Roger Stone is fighting for America's soul. They paint him as a threat, but he's calling for legal action and spiritual revival. Stone's not plotting in the shadows. He's rallying Americans openly, urging involvement in our electoral process. This isn't about underhanded tactics. It's about preserving our republic through lawful means. Don't let the mainstream media's fearmongering fool you. Stone is advocating for election integrity and American resilience. That's not a danger to our republic. That is exactly what we need to save it.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.